my grandparents, and my parents. So there are a lot of stories about my great-grandmother, saying that she was a witch. She was. She was very popular in the times, so people would go up to her and tell her, hey, I need a potion so that this guy can fall in love with me, so he can leave his girlfriend. And it would normally work, because those people's children told me their stories. My great-grandmother already had my grandmother. She had 6 other kids. My grandmother was the youngest out of 6. She was in an arranged marriage, just like the rest of her kids, because they wanted to keep the wealth in her family. My grandmother was going to marry this guy that she's known for years as a child. They've been best friends, they fell in love, and they were going to get married. She was only 16 at the time. Obviously in Mexico, they have other traditions. So to keep it in the tradition, my grandmother was to say, okay, I'll marry him, it's fine, I like him anyway, so there's no problem. A couple of days before she got married, my grandfather swooped her up in his horse and literally rode away with her. She never returned home because obviously she had lost her virginity and had my mother and her other siblings. She had 9 of them. Her oldest son ran away because he admitted to being gay. He ran away, disappeared, no one ever heard about him again, sadly. My grandmother believed the same thing that my great-grandmother did. Women are to stay home, take care of the children, support their husbands. When she had my mother moved out at 17 because she did not want to be in an arranged marriage. So she moved out, started her own life, met my dad at around 19 in a factory where they made pianos. My parents hated each other, mainly because my dad and his co-workers said, let's make a bet. Whoever gets to get at the lady that's working here, because my mother was a jerk. Nobody liked her very much because she took her job very seriously. So they decided to make a bet, see who gets at her first, wins $100 out of it. Unfortunately, my dad didn't really like the bet because he respected her very much. So later on in life, he actually fell in love with her, asked her to marry him. My mother changed her religion from being a Jehovah's Witness to being a Catholic so that she can please her in-laws. So she did. They made their life. About a year they spent in Mexico because they were both raised in Tijuana. They moved from Tijuana all the way down here to California. They didn't know where they were going to land, whether it was going to be in Texas or in California, and we got lucky to be here. So 2 years later, after they settled down here in California, they had me, and I was born in San Pedro on the 19th of October. And there's a rumor that goes around saying that my great-grandmother or my grandmother cursed me so that I wouldn't have loved ones left. And it's kind of funny because my parents still haven't left me, and those are the only family members that we have to this day, so that's why we're not very close to them, but that was my story. Thank you.